This is Collaborator Short on Shorts. I'm Michelle Nunes. Hopefully they didn't cut that intro so you can see me kind of fall on my face.
Yes,
to my right, see, he's already telling me he is in charge, basically. And so he's saying we're going to keep it in. This is Kevin Allen Jackson.
Hello.
And next to him, filmmaker.
I haven't done anything that interesting all season. That was great.
No, you did great.
Thank you so much.
He's
He's so
so good.
supportive. I love this group.
I am not.
Maria Perry, ladies and gentlemen. And last but not least, the very colorful today, Brett Erlich.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes.
I bought this at Lucky Brand.
This is quite an ensemble.
I think we look great.
I think we look great all the time, but especially today.
Commenters will find a way to tear us down because that's what you're supposed to do, right?
Exactly, yes.
Bring
Be
it, guys.
vicious,
Bring
please.
it on.
Today we are reviewing Code 8, written by Chris Paré and directed by Jeff Chan, starring Robbie and Stephen Amell and Aaron Abrams. The film, a 10-minute short showcasing people with superpowers, not as heroes, but as those living under heavily militarized restrictions, was used as a teaser in an Indiegogo campaign to help raise funds for a feature-length film. The campaign, having raised over 1.7 million clams,
Wow. That is quite a campaign.
so much, that's very successful,
Seriously.
is said to be the highest crowdfunded film on any platform in 2016, easily putting it, the feature, into the development stage. So this one is, seeing the film,
That's Zach Braff territory right there.
that's, it could only hope to approach Zach Braff territory. This is your selection. You love this
is.
movie with all your heart.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but
How do you feel about it?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun. I enjoyed the anticipation. I didn't know about the crowdfunding campaign, but I did know that, Aaron Abrams, who was in Hannibal, so when he showed up on screen, I was like, that guy, I like that guy. That guy's cool. But I also love anything with, metahumans and superhumans and people with power, and I liked kind of the world building behind this, where they categorize them but still put them in, shitty jobs, and
Yes.
it was fun. I enjoyed it.
I like the idea of them being day laborers. I thought that was funny.
It's very timely, this movie.
In what way?
It's very timely. The themes of there being an oppressed people, and in LA, we know that there are people who live in one neighborhood and travel to another to do sort of day laborer work, and the way that those people are often mistreated by the police.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very of our moment sort of set of themes.
Right.
I wasn't a huge fan of the other thing that it does, which is take everything that I just said, all of our expectations, what we know about that in reality, and completely flip it on its head, right? Because it's all white people who are the ones living in the slums and going to work in the day laborer jobs.
Right.
And that seemed a little bit too, I'm going to make a statement to me.
What do you mean?
It just, it's so obvious, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so
I think the
obvious.
writing is you need to hire someone else to write this film. Because
Was it
it's
the writing or the acting?
The writing did not help. Though, reaches over, lights cigarette with his finger. Oh, shut up. Just shut up. I think that's so stupid.
Wait a second. Wait, so you had an issue with the superpowers? Because this is about you just not liking the world then.
No,
because let's think about comic book superheroes and the weird stuff that they're doing. I mean, if you either accept it or you don't,
No. I'm talking about
X-Men?
really good ideas, that are kind of from X-Men, and now I'm living in a weird world. I need to find a place to fit in. But I think just the writing is too on the nose with a bunch of stuff. I think the ideas are good. I think the literal dialogue and certain things here's my cool way of proving this is lighting a cigarette with my finger. Are you He gets arrested. It's are you arresting me? I just was
See,
of course.
I attributed this to the acting and directing.
Really?
I wondered if different actors. I thought it was oddly cast. The main guy was way too good looking, in my opinion. So,
really? Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought that the casting and then the way that they were interacting with each other made the dialogue feel weird at times. But maybe it's just the writing.
This just felt like low-hanging fruit to me.
Yeah.
Every single thing was it felt like a rip-off of X-Men. And it felt like they were just going to take a big social issue of our time, flip it on its head and say, what if it was like this? How would you feel?
Actually. So all of the X-Men have kind of unique powers, they don't generally tend to be lumped together too much. You've got like the speedsters and they're kind of the same thing, but at least this was like, okay, there are only these 4 different types of powers and you're certain ranks within that. But on top of that, X-Men already is like, we are a parody of put upon people of various descriptions.
Right. I'm just saying that what you just described, it's not a very far leap from what they do in X-Men. The idea that people with special powers are the ones who are getting discriminated against.
Yeah.
You know?
But I was grateful to see a movie with similar ideas that's not a comic book character. I love that because I love science fiction and I love the idea of superhuman powers. But do they own the monopoly? Are we not allowed to see that? Are you saying that there should only be one Alien movie?
Right.
It's like, I think iterations of the same idea, is if they're good, can work.
There you go. The qualifier is the important part.
See, I thought
If
I
they're
liked
good.
it.
Yeah.
I love the
get your
drones
point.
and the police officers and just the way that I thought the world that they constructed was interesting. And it seems like enough people did because they
Right.
raised quite a bit of money.
I think the visual effects are amazing. That's for sure.
Clearly they need more. They're raising money to get a bigger budget to do it. I thought with ostensibly implied in there is a really small budget. I think they did an amazing job with the special effects.
Yes, absolutely.
And I feel like even not knowing about like this hugely successful campaign behind it, it felt obvious that they wanted to build it into something bigger.
Yeah.
And given that, like the fact that it was sort of spoon-fed to you just made me want more of the world and less of the spoon-fed.
Yeah, I definitely wrote in
So
want more.
I'm a big fan of like, yes, I'm excited to see what feature comes out of this.
I wrote down a line that was like, "You're lucky my guy called in sick." Like, "Oh, I wouldn't have hired you today. You're lucky my guy called in sick." It's one of those, like, so many really clever moves, like the drone and the classification and the grittiness of the world and the lack of a superhero outfit, which I didn't even think about until you said something like that. That absolutely makes sense.
Right.
Those are good decisions. I just needed this to be a better dialogue writer to put it over the top.
I mean, the visual effects are sensational for this level of budget. It's just, like I said, I mean, I wish them the best. I wish them success. I think they're going to ultimately have trouble because the notion is just not differentiated enough. You know, the main concept of this, I don't think, is differentiated enough from other things that we've seen.
This is how we feel when you crap on our films.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Marie and I are going to go on opening weekend, and we'll let you guys know how it is.
I want to give this 3 shorts, or 2.5 shorts, right in the middle. 2.5 shorts.
I'll probably give it 4.
I have to give this 2 shorts.
I said strong sci-fi concept, solid cinematography, solid post-editing, decent acting, 4 shorts for me.
That's good.
4, 4, 2, and 2.5. So that's 12 and a half. Okay, so that's 3, 3 1/4.
3 1/4 shorts. What did you think? Who's right? Who's wrong? Who's like kind of in the middle? Give us your thoughts in the comments section below. Subscribe to this channel. Watch Code 8 in its entirety at the link below. And we'll see you next time on Short on Shorts.